Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Joel Stephen here. I am going to show you how to build a waterproof underdeck system with drainage. This is a design I came up with. It's a modular design. I haven't seen anything like it. You'll see a lot of underceiling deck systems. They get very expensive or they're very ugly, and we did not want something that looked too ugly or unsightly. We wanted something that looked nice. So I'm going to show you an affordable way to put a waterproof ceiling underneath your deck. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to repair any structural problems or any leaky spots that are really bad, or repair any damaged wood underneath your deck. You can see one of the issues is that I had unstable and bad boarding up there, so I had replaced that so the upper deck can be nailed in and fastened securely. Some of the things you will need to build this system: 4 by 8 foot plywood sheets. I've got 5 of them, so measure out the size of the underside of your deck and get as many sheets as you need. I bought several of these Palrough corrugated PVC sheets for roofing. A roll of roofing felt is only about $15 for a lot of it. For mine, I've got about 6 or 8 of these pressure treated 2x4s, some heavy duty L brackets, and some fasteners. A few other things you'll need: a staple gun, electric drill or screwdriver, powerful one, and any kind of exterior caulking. You're also going to need a measuring tape, a utility knife, a square, and a skill saw. This is some roll flashing that I've been cutting up. There's a lot of different flashing available. I'm going to use these to protect some of the wood and make a drip guard underneath. So I cut the roll flashing up into 5-6 inch sheets, putting them in the spacers of the boards to divert the water and create a drip onto our ceiling. So next what I did was I installed a couple of these L brackets up there. This is going to be the support beams for hanging the ceiling. I've got one there, and then the other one is mounted right there. Okay, behind me you can see that I've put the first hanger in that hangs each of the modular ceiling panels. This will eliminate the need to put holes through the ceiling panel itself, which would of course compromise the ceiling panel and give the possibility that water could leak through. I want it to not be level, obviously. I need to create a pitch so the water runs downward away from the deck. So I've built these spacers out of pressure treated wood, and I will use those to drop the pitch of the beam so that the water is running away from the house. So now I've got 2 of the rails for the modular ceiling hung, and we're going to do our first panel. We've got a 4 by 8 foot sheet of plywood here, but it's a little too long, so we're going to trim it down. We've had to notch some of these boards out on the corner for the posts. And we're going to go ahead and use this asphalt paper just as another water barrier and build our panels. We have cut our tar paper, laid it out flat, and then just to be safe, wherever we stapled it with the staple gun, we just ran some caulk just to prevent any water from getting on there and rusting the staples. Alright, so what we've done is we've put 3 hangers up to keep the panel from sagging. We would have showed you the comedy of us trying to get that 4 by 8 sheet up into that gap up there, and it wasn't easy. We just wanted to spare you the comedy of errors that it was. We left a space underneath the deck so that we can slide the panel into place without screwing it. So what I did, since this is a new design, is mount one of the panels as a test and see if the design works, if there are any flaws in the design. So we've corrected any flaws, we've tested it out with water, and it flows right off the side. Everything is good. We've gone ahead and installed all the brackets for the cross beams. So we're going to go ahead and mount the rest of the ceiling panels. We are not concerned about how this looks because there's going to be a gutter in front of it and a drip channel. So before we finish up here sealing off the outside, we want to put a drip channel up here. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to run a bead of caulk along this plywood edge. And then after we get the caulk line run, we're going to staple down the tar paper. We've cut it just a little bit longer to protect the edges of the plywood from moisture. So you want to work in small sections here. You don't want your caulk to dry out, and you just need to work the silicone across, staple it in. I've been pounding the staples in with a hammer to make sure they're good and secure. Alright, so our next step is to install our drip channel. You can buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's or anywhere. They're essentially just a little piece of flashing, but you'll see they have just a little flare at the end, and that will divert the water away from the edge of any boards and let it drip down into our gutter. One of the most handy tools ever, a pair of tin snips. We're just going to measure it out here. Snip. So we'll just tack it in with some copper brads. You don't need to put a lot of holes in there, just enough to kind of keep it from wiggling around. Your gutter system will have to be made for your particular situation. I recommend using vinyl gutters because they're easy to work with, very easy to cut. You can find all the pieces and parts you need at your local home improvement store. I use these invisible hangers, they work great, and I attach them to the gutter using plumber's strapping. The multiple holes in the plumber's strapping allow you to drop the gutter incrementally downward to create a pitch. And lastly, I added this additional drip guard to help channel water away from the frame and down into the gutter. PVC pipe is a cheap and easy way to create your downspout. Here you can see it came out looking really nice. Now that all your ceiling panels are hung, the last step is to fill cracks and holes and paint. I covered the exposed metal brackets with some trim molding. And that's it, you're done. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.